My body was not flung, but moved from this side, just looking straight. I was moved all the way this way, facing this side. Now, I didn't do this voluntarily. I didn't want to do this. It happened automatically. Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Kartika and you're watching SynchroShakti. Today I want to share with you a very bizarre experience that I had in my life and the lessons that I learned from that. So way back when I was 10 years old, I had this belief that if I saved up pocket money to about 800 rupees, that was the max I could ever save, something would happen in my life and I would lose that money. Even if someone gave me money, like once my mom gave me 600 rupees to buy school supplies, on the way to that stationery shop, I kept the money in my skirt pocket, not realizing that I didn't put it in my pocket. I put it on the other side where the skirt hook is. The money slipped through the hook, fell on the ground, and it was lost forever. And so living through many experiences like that, I built this belief that if I saved up to 800 rupees, something would happen and I would lose the money. So now fast forward 2 years later, so at about age 12, I saved up my pocket money and it came up to exactly 800 rupees. The fear came up immediately. The panic lights alert, you've reached 800 rupees, which means something may happen and you may lose this money. Because at that time, I did not know what self-sabotage was, what subconscious mind was, law of attraction, and no idea. So to me, it felt like some universe was trying to pull some prank on me every time and I would lose the money. So I felt like a victim and I was scared, and I remember having that thought or the fear. Few days after that thought of I hope I don't lose this money, I walked out of my apartment and I came to this construction ground in the neighborhood. In the construction ground, there were these tiles and a blank wall. I would often take the tiles and break it and smash it against the blank wall. Now, I was a very bitter, angry young kid. I used to go there pretty often and I would smash these tiles. I was a tomboy basically. Now, you've got to remember that the wall is in front of me, my apartment is behind me, and on the right side, there is this other neighborhood apartment, and outside of that apartment are these cars that are parked. So, wall is in front of me, apartment is to my right, and you have these cars that are parked over there. Now, I'm quite used to taking those tiles and smashing it against the wall, and so that's what I was doing, and I was smashing and I was smashing and I was smashing, and then I pick up this slightly larger tile, but it wasn't that big, it was around this much, and I pick it up and I'm about to throw it when the bizarre happens. As though a force reached out from the sky, that's how I perceived it at that time. My body was not flung, but moved from this side, looking straight. I was moved all the way this way, facing this side. Now, I didn't do this voluntarily. I didn't want to do this. It happened automatically. Body flung towards the right, and the tile left my hand and it smashed. And it wasn't even such a big tile. It smashed the back glass of a car and it shattered the car, and that seemed very unnatural to me because that kind of a tile couldn't have made that much of an impact on the car glass, but it shattered. Panic rose up in me because I was that super scared kid. All the time I was scared of getting into trouble, and so manifested more trouble. I panicked. The security guard saw me and he ran up to inform the people whose car it was that I smashed. I ran into my parents' apartment, ran into the toilet. Bathroom toilet is same for us in India. And I locked the door and I was looking from the toilet window, what's going on downstairs. And I saw this angry couple walking in. They rang the bell. Their voices were being raised. People were yelling. They were demanding exorbitant amounts of money, a lot of money. My heart was in my throat. I was freaking out. Of course, I got disciplined Indian style, as you know, but how much money went out of my pocket money? All of it. Of course, the charge is much higher than 800 rupees, but all of my money left me. it seemed so bizarre to me that something like that would happen, because I didn't understand at that time what subconscious mind was. I thought something was purposefully playing with me and playing with my life. And it struck such a strong emotion in my mind that how could such a bizarre experience happen, that years later when I tried to analyze that experience, I understood that the power of belief. I had that belief that the money would leave, and I had the fear. I just didn't know that I was manifesting. Now, today I know that your subconscious mind can completely shift your behavior and what your body is doing at any given moment in time. Have you ever experienced in India, especially, I don't know in your country, but in India, there are times where the drain is open, or there is a ditch, or there is a hole, or there is a manhole that's open as you're walking on the street. I have many times experienced that if I'm not present, especially when I was younger and I didn't know what mindfulness was, when I'm walking, just before I would fall into a hole or something like that, my body would freeze and I would stop, and I would suddenly come back to the present moment and realize that I was about to fall, and my subconscious stopped me. It actually physically stopped my body. So today I understand that physical movement of being pushed to the other side without my conscious mind doing it was actually my subconscious mind living out the programming that I had to lose some money. Now, why am I making this video is for one simple reason, that many of you guys who are watching me right now have these repeated patterns happening in your life and beliefs that you have built around them that is causing them to keep manifesting again and again. I know you know what I'm talking about. Some people have the belief that if you laugh too much, you will start crying. Is that you? Just like this video if that's you right now. Pause this video and write out what are the beliefs that you have. Some people believe that every year in November they will get hospitalized, because it may have coincidentally happened that 2 years in a row you got hospitalized in winter time, and so the belief ends up building up in your mind, and you keep manifesting every winter this person gets sick. Another belief people have is, if I party too hard, I'll fall sick. Another belief people have is, they believe that eating certain things will cause them to get sick. But then when they eat it without their knowledge that ingredient was in that food, they don't get sick. So the power of belief is such that it can completely create your life and you don't even realize, and you think it's something external that is happening to you, but it's been creating from you. So what I want you to do is pause this video and type in 2 things in the comment. Firstly, what are the beliefs that you've been holding on to in your life that have been constantly manifesting again and again? Write them down. Why am I asking you to write them down? When you are aware of the pattern, you can change it. How do you change it? You can change. So what is a belief? It's a convenient lie, right? Instead of telling yourself one thing, lie and tell yourself the opposite thing. So I started saying, I'm amazing with money. Money comes to me easily. I always have more money than I could ever need. And that is true to me, right? But at the time I had to build up that belief. Same thing you can do when you're aware of your pattern. I'll give you an example here. I had a very strong belief through my experiences that I was lactose intolerant / lactose sensitive. So every time I would have anything milk related, a milk product, I would get sick. Once a friend of mine, he gave me a milkshake, just a milkshake. I was sick for 3 months after. I had cold, cough, all kinds of things. That's how strong my belief was. One day I decided to flip the script and tell myself a new convenient lie, which is, I am lactose super tolerant. And I repeated that every time I would have lactose product. Now I'm not telling you to be a vegetarian, non-vegetarian, vegan. This is not that kind of video. This is just a video on belief. But every time I flipped the script and I said I'm lactose super tolerant, to this day I can take lactose products and be perfectly 100% healthy and enjoy the product. Now that's how powerful the mind is over the body. So I want you to tell me firstly, what are the beliefs or the recurring patterns in your life that you are adding to? What do you believe? Do you believe that if you laugh too much you will cry? Do you believe, what is it that you believe? Let me know in the comments. Second, if you like me sharing, I have so many bizarre, weird experiences in my life that if I did not know what I know today, it would seem so random and weird. I would love to share those with you and tell you the lessons that I learned, because until you analyze your own experiences, you don't really understand what happened. And you can't take responsibility over your life. So if you want me to share the bizarre experiences from my life and share the lessons, please give this video a thumbs up so I know you want this kind of information, and I'll make more videos about my life stories. I think the best place where I'm sharing the most wonderful content is my Instagram. Now, those of you who have Instagram and you've not been hanging out on our Instagram channel, you've been missing out. We're putting in so much of coaching tips, tricks, tools, everything you need in the Instagram page. Please go there, check it out, and follow us on Instagram. So that being said, I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you in another bizarre life story and the lessons behind it. I love you all. See you soon.